Alright, y'all, this is after the Super Bowl.
We're gonna watch this all together. We're gonna do this all together. We do have the off season now. I guess we will have to see if Tom Brady retires right now. It's the moment of truth. He's still there. He's regressed to a 98. So we have couple people to talk about re-signing. I don't want Jason Morrow. I don't want any of these guys back. So yeah, okay. So that's it. So moment of truth, man. Moment of truth. Please don't retire. Oh, he's still there. Oh, he's still there. No, he's not. Oh my goodness. He's still there. Ooh. Speaking of that, I'm trading. So, as you guys can see, I have it up on the screen right now. Jimmy Garoppolo. People want me to trade him. So I gotta see who has top picks. Gotta see who's got him. That way I can we can talk about it. Okay, picks. So I know Raiders don't. Rams obviously don't. Who do I assume was terrible? Bears, okay, that makes sense. Bengals, okay. But they have Andy Dalton, so they don't really. How about the Jets? Something that would be realistic. The Colts, maybe. I mean, I don't know if Andrew Luck's still there. Dolphins, I might be able to throw him over to the Dolphins. Okay, I'm gonna check the Dolphins and the Niners and the Jets. That's what I'm gonna check. Jets, that's my last choice because I don't want to have to play him. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. But so Dolphins, do they want him? Okay, let's see what we can do. If we can get this first round draft pick, that'd be fantastic. Oh, we can do it. We just gotta give up a little bit. How about the third? Jimmy Garoppolo's traded. He's gone, bruh. He's gone. We got the 5th pick in the draft, man. Let's get it. I told people, man, I was gonna. It's on. You guys saw it on Twitter, and it's crazy, man. I don't know who I'm gonna get yet. I have a poll up on Twitter. Currently, I mean, I'm talking about this now, but I've already been decided by the time that this video's up, and the guy have already been chosen and made and everything. And the rosters would have been done, but there you go. So if Tom Brady retires, we're not gonna have any QB on our roster. That's gonna be a thing. We're gonna have to keep checking back. So let's take a look at. Oh my God, we have no cap room. We have no cap room. We have -9. So free agency is just going to be a complete waste of time. I'm not going to even try to sign anybody. We're going to go step by step, though, because Tom Brady might retire after deciding certain times. Okay, he's still there. He's still there. Looking good. I'll show you guys some of the scouting that I do have. So these are the QBs that we're going to be looking at. We're looking at more now. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rest of my scouting, and I'll see you guys in the next little session. He's still there, man. I'm so happy. He's still here. Am I gonna have another year with Tom Brady? Oh my God, bro, that's such a game changer. Oh, that's such a game changer. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest of this stuff again. Then I'll see you guys. Bro, he's still here, man. Oh, he's still here. Do my last little scouting. Call it good. Bro, I think we're having Tom Brady for another season, bro. Let's go! Oh, the backup that we're going to have behind him will be able to just sit. Oh, that is so good, man. Oh, that's so clutch. Oh my goodness, man. That's so clutch. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Alright, y'all. See you after the draft.
Alright, man. Here we go. Here we come with the draft recap. Man, this is going to be nice, man. I'm loving it. So, right now, it was just nice. So, I did do a Twitter poll to try to figure out which QB I should draft. I mean, I was kind of fully expecting the QB I draft to be playing, but since Tom Brady is still on our roster, I'm going to have Tom Brady for a third season, so that rookie will be able to sit, man. But when y'all see who wins this Twitter poll, it's nice, man. It's going to be real exciting to use the player when he does get the chance to play. We're going to have to change the offense a little bit, but it's going to be real fun. And without further ado, let's check it out. So, I mean, you guys can see it now. This is the Twitter poll that I put up on my thing, man. And look at it. And it's just, I love seeing it. Lamar Jackson is a New England Patriot. 5th pick overall. We got him at 80 overall. I was real happy about it. He wasn't the best QB drafted, but I got him at 80 overall. Normal dev. And, oh man, it's just nice, bro. Like, look at it. He's gonna be such a beast to use, man. I'm gonna love it. Also, we did have to spruce up our linebackers, so I went and got Troy Dye out of Oregon, outside linebacker, but I'm gonna play him at middle linebacker, so I might as well just switch him over there now. I'm gonna play him at middle linebacker because that's just the way we need him to play. I mean, right now David Harris is left, so we need Troy Dye. He went down to a 78, but I mean, it's not bad. I mean, he'll be where we need him to be. He's a good athlete, the man out of Oregon. The guy is a good player, man, so I'm definitely excited to use him. We also, in the second round, ended up drafting Hale Hentages, the tight end out of Alabama. He's just a good tight end, serviceable. We need a second tight end. I mean, Gronk's getting old, so I mean that's a thing. But we also just need a second tight end, man. I want to get back to that attack when we had Aaron Hernandez, rest in peace. I want somebody that can just complement Gronk very well, and I think Hal Hentges can be the one to do it, especially since we did this before the Martellus Bennett trade. Like, I mean, before we picked him off waivers, started this way before that happened. So we don't have Bennett. And I need another tight end. So this is perfect. Next we end getting the end out of Nebraska, Freedom. I don't know how to say his last name, but this guy is good. I'm definitely going to be excited to use him. We end up getting Michael Decker, the center out of Nebraska. So we're kind of picking up some Nebraska guys, man. I didn't even get Jaquan Johnson, the strong safety out of Miami. Aaron Williams, the free safety out of Nebraska. Because like I said, we're going crazy with Nebraska. I didn't change this fullback in anybody because I don't really know any traditional fullbacks in college football, especially not for this draft class. So I ended up getting this guy Rob Jagger out of Stanford, 83 overall, because fullbacks are always really, really good. And then this guy, I kind of simmed this pick, and I didn't want this to happen. I accidentally simmed it on, and I ended up getting a QB. So I cut him, actually, so you won't see us on him on our roster. But anyways, let's take a look at the rest of these teams. So the Raiders end up drafting Isaiah Buggs, the end out of Bama, 79 overall, normal dev. That guy, that's definitely going to help their D-line. Probably want somebody to help with Khalil Mack as far as pass rushing, because the defense isn't very good. Khalil Mack's really the only guy that they truly have, so they need something to complement that. They end up getting Manny Rugamba, whatever his name is. He's out of Iowa, cornerback. He is a very good player. Good man coverage, good zone. So that's why I am changing him into. I think John Dietzman, another real prospect. There's not real prospects. Not every draft pick is a real prospect. I think John Dietzman out of Wisconsin, the guard. Quadri Olson, to back up Saquon Barkley since he is taking the starting spot now since Marshawn is not a Raider anymore. Tyler Conklin out of Central Michigan, they end up getting him. And I think that's the rest of the real prospects for the Raiders. Moving on to the Rams, the team that we beat in the Super Bowl. They need a little bit more of a push, so they end up getting Now moving on to the Rams, we have Stanley Morgan Jr., the wide receiver out of Nebraska, so that's going to be a good little pickup for them. They end up getting, I think that's it. I think that's it for the real prospects. They didn't really have a good draft, so I mean, I'm not gonna try to change these people. Like, when they're not that high of overall, I'm not really trying to change them into real prospects. You know, most of the time if they have a good draft pick, I'll change them into the corresponding draft pick that I thought they should be. The Ravens, they end up getting this receiver, Sanchez Holman, out of Texas A&M. He's not a real prospect either. But one second, actually. There's been a lot of balancing with finals and stuff, but I know who this is, so one second. Okay, so here we go. It's Demetrius Robertson out of Cal. That's going to be a good thing. They're going to be looking for the next option at QB as well with Kelly Bryant. He is a quick dev QB. He wasn't as highly, he didn't have as high of overall as the QB that we drafted, and we changed him to Lamar Jackson, but he is a quick dev, so he will develop better. And Joe Flacco's regressed a lot, so, I mean, he could get some playing time this season. You never really know. I don't know how the Ravens are going to be controlling their QB situation. They might be moving on. But Kelly Bryant is definitely a good option to move on with. And add on to him, they also added Tyler Petit, the tight end out of USC. So they found him a little security blanket to throw to. So that's going to be really good for them. And I think that's it for real prospects for the Baltimore Ravens. Now moving on to the Redskins. The Redskins, they end up drafting Elijah Holder, the corner out of USC. He's an 80 overall. I don't know why. The corners were stacked in this draft class. So that's going to be really good. They're trying to, Josh Norman is on the tail end of his career. He's getting old. So they need to find a good replacement for that, and I think they found a good placeholder with Elijah Holder. They're getting Clelin Ferrell out of Clemson. That guy's a beast. Fantastic. Yep, superstar development trait. So this guy's going to be an absolute monster. I believe he is a monster, so it's going to be real fun to see that. They end up getting Terrence Williams, the running back out of Baylor. That's a fantastic name, I guess. But, and that's it for real prospects for them. They didn't have the best draft. Now move on to the Saints. The Saints end up getting Antoine Winfield Jr., the safety out of Minnesota, who is the son of the very good corner from the Minnesota Vikings, Antoine Winfield. But he is a superstar dev trait, fantastic. So the Saints have a good offense. They're trying to stack up that defense. So they end up also drafting John Greenard out of Louisville, the DN. They end up getting Brecklin Hager out of Texas, the middle linebacker. And I think that's it for real prospects for your New Orleans Saints, because they did not. It was a very top-heavy draft. Yeah, it was not the best. Moving on to the Seattle Seahawks. They end up getting Naquan Murray, the wide receiver out of Florida State, the burner. So they want to just add on, Doug Baldwin's kind of probably going to tail end. Tyler Lockett is probably not showing the real production that they want him to see. So they wanted to find another fast receiver kind of like him that have to add that big play threat, because Doug Baldwin's a lot more like a possession receiver. He is smaller. So So here you go with the Seattle Seahawks drafting Naquan Murray to add to the attack. They also getting Michael Pinchy. I don't know his name. Pinkney, whatever it is, out of Miami. Beast. You all know what the Miami turnover train was like, man. this guy's going to be an absolute monster. They end up getting CeCe Jefferson out of Florida at the end. In other words, they just stacked up their defense. Like, they went defense, and that's, you know, it makes sense. That's completely how the Seahawks draft. I mean, the O-line's complete trash, and this is how they handle things. So, I mean, it's not my team, so I could care less. Moving on to the Steelers. They end up getting the safety, Taylor Rapp, out of UW. He's going to be an absolute monster. So he's a normal dev, so I mean, okay, that's good to see. They also get in Marlon Davidson, the end out of Auburn. Ellis Lockett, D tackle out of Nebraska. And Josh Jones, the tackle out of Houston, along with Jeremy Patton, the tight end out of Arkansas, who's definitely a receiver type tight end. So I mean, they definitely stacked up in a good way. So that's going to be nice to see the Steelers. You know, the AFC needs to stay tough. I mean, we've been dominating it since Tom Brady's there, but, you know, once Lamar takes over, it's going to be a lot harder, for sure. Moving on to the Texans. The Texans, they had a very good draft for the short amount of draft picks that they had. They ended up getting Brandon Bryant at Mississippi State, free safety. They get Matt Womack, the tackle out of Bama, Roll Tide. Joe Dillon, the end out of Louisville. Dallas Warmack, pretty sure he's a younger brother of Chance Warmack, and he also went to Bama, and that's about it. But that's they stacked up in the right spot. They're trying to get somebody to protect Deshaun Watson, well, two people to protect Deshaun Watson on his blind side, and then just stacking up on the defense. Moving on to the Tennessee Titans, they end up trying to go in a new direction with Jake Browning out of UW. He is one of the QBs that had a better overall than the guy we drafted. I'm pretty sure he's like one overall under Marcus Mariota, so he could easily take over the starting spot very soon, especially if Marcus Mariota is on a contract year. Jake Browning might be the starter for them pretty soon, so that's pretty crazy to see. Cameron Saffold, the guy out of Cal. Oh, okay, Johnny Dwight, D-tackle out of Bama. Let's see, that 280 overalls, and that's a quick dev right there. And what was Browning? Superstar dev, fantastic. Yep. So AFC, just staying hard, man. Siri, I was not talking to Siri. All right. Going on to Vikings. They end up drafting the right guard with their first round pick, Jesse Sospe from Washington. So Washington getting drafted everywhere, same with Nebraska. They end up getting Devois Whaley, running back out of Arkansas. Eric Dungy, quarterback out of Syracuse. And I think that's it for real prospects for them. They didn't have the best draft either. Moving on to Chicago Bears. They end up getting Quadri Henderson, the wide receiver out of Pittsburgh, 80 overall. I'm telling you, man, the corners and receivers were stacked in this draft. And, yeah, so there you go. They also ended up getting the top strong safety on the board, JoJo McIntosh. He was the first strong safety drafted. And, whoo, man, he's a beast. Superstar dev, 77 overall. It's gonna be crazy seeing this, man. He's gonna be taking over a lot, really quick. They also ended up getting Garrett Brumfield, the guard out of LSU. Zach Robertson, tackle out of Arizona State, and that's it for real prospects for your Chicago Bears. Going on to the Cincinnati Bengals, they are getting the best guy in this entire draft. I swear, man, he's gonna be an absolute monster. I wish he would have been a higher overall, because I think this guy will end up being a higher overall. But they end up getting Ed Oliver, 81 overall, D tackle, superstar dev. And that's the only real prospect that they got. Oh, and Tony Brooks James, running back out of Oregon. But my goodness, man, this guy, I'm telling you right now, watch out for Ed Oliver. Rookie of the Year campaign. I bet that's what he's gonna have. Buffalo Bills, they end up drafting Chris Jones, the corner out of Nebraska. So Nebraska falling apart. So here we go, Nebraska. Yep, 81 overall corner. They end up getting Trayvon McMillan, the running back out of Virginia Tech. Quinn Bailey, they tackle out of Arizona State. Brady Taylor, the center out of Ohio State. And that's it for real prospects for your Buffalo Bills. Moved on to the Denver Broncos. They ended up getting Michael Dieter, the tackle out of Wisconsin. They need to protect the QB position. I don't know who their QB is right now, but they want to protect it. So here they go. Oh, superstar dev. Fantastic. So he's going to develop nice. And then that's it for your Denver Broncos. They had a terrible draft. Like, I mean, look at this. Terrible. Moving on to the Cleveland Browns. They had a good draft, so they ended up drafting DJ Reed, a corner out of Kansas State, 80 overall, quick dev, so that's a beast. They ended up getting Garon Christian, the left tackle who protected Lamar Jackson for a while there, and this guy's quick dev, fantastic. They ended up getting AJ Northern. Is that guy real? I don't think so. But they ended up getting a wide receiver out of Houston. This guy's an absolute monster. Couldn't find anybody to really change him into, but I mean, you know, having some generic guys is kind of nice because I don't even know if I'm going to use real prospects in the next years. I might use some QBs and maybe a couple receivers, but I'm running out of prospects to use because I don't really want to put these aspirations on certain people like that. I might just look for QBs and maybe a receiver or two. Other than that, I'm kind of going to stray away from it. So this will be the last time you guys see some, like, a chuck full of real prospects. But anyways, this guy going to be a beast. So I'll be happy to see how this guy does. I think that's it for real prospects for your Cleveland Browns. Moving on to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They got Nick Gates, the tackle out of Nebraska. He is superstar dev, so great. And also, Bryce Love. Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafted Bryce Love. So Jameis is going to be matched up. I mean, we're going to be in the backfield with this man, Bryce Love, man. This would be so nice. Oh, I hope I play them. I just want to see if I can. I just want to see him on the field, man. That's going to be nice. Also moving on, they get Drew Sample, the tight end out of Washington. And I think that's it for real guys. Now moving on to the Arizona Cardinals. They end up getting Trenton Thompson, the end out of Georgia. He is a superstar dev. Okay, so everybody seems to get superstar devs except me. Jonah Williams, the tackle out of Bama. You know how Bama linemen do. And then also Chico McClatcher. He was a wide receiver, but the way he kind of plays is a wide receiver running back type, so I did switch him to a running back, and he actually moved up overall. So it kind of worked out for them. I didn't touch his overall, and he moved up to a 77. He was like a 73 receiver. I know Chico too. When I get him in track, I've had multiple conversations with him. But he's a good guy, and I really hope he does well. Moving on to oh yeah. So I know this guy for a fact. Like this Caleb McGarry, we used to call him the Cowboy. This guy is 6'8". So he's a tackle at UW. He's a quick dev, but he's 6'8". I played basketball against this kid for years. Like we know each other very well. We're very like it's a very good relationship. Like we're good. We get along. We're decent. Like, you know, it's like we're acquaintances. I wouldn't say we're friends because we don't talk. But no, this is a good guy, and I really hope he has a good career at the tackle spot. You know, like he's a big guy, like, that's a lot of talent. 6'8" in high school too, so I mean, it's not like he just grew 6'8". He's been 6'8", so it's not like he had to grow into his body. Like he's been that way for a while, so he had a lot of time to get used to it. But anyways, I'll stop talking about like that. So I think that's the only real guy I had. This wide receiver I could have, but it was like 4th round. It was just kind of weird, so I'm just gonna let him stay there. But and I'll move on. No, I think I did make this guy down. Tavadis Davis. Yeah, no, he's real. Colorado State. Pretty sure. Yeah. I don't think I did, but yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I don't want to put a lot of aspirations on some guys, but so here you go, some generic guy. I mean, 83 overall, that's insane. Normal dev, that's crazy. Moving on to the Kansas City Chiefs, they end up getting Michael Pittman Jr., the wide receiver out of Clemson. He's out of USC. Come on, Elon. Quick dev. This guy's a beast. Everybody knows this guy's gonna be a monster. I'm excited to see what he does in the NFL. He's a big guy. I think he has the potential to be like a DeAndre Hopkins type receiver. That'd be really cool to see, and I hope he does. They also had Isaiah Oliver, the corner out of Colorado, Kevin Pendleton, guard out of Missouri, Reggie Bain, the tackle out of Florida Atlantic, and then that's it for a real prospect for the Chiefs. Moving on to the Colts. Christian Miller, the outside linebacker from Bama, and nobody else because their draft was trash, other than this fullback. So Christian Miller, he is a normal dev. Moving on to the Cowboys end up getting Hercules Mataafa from Washington State. The end, he is going to be an absolute monster. Quick dev, just a high motor guy. He's really good. He's undersized, but he'll definitely be a good third down guy. They end up getting David Long Jr., the outside linebacker out of West Virginia. And then everything else was trash. So, Miami Dolphins end up getting Roman Curtis. Nope, I didn't change him. It's not real. So, they didn't get anybody because their draft was absolute trash, other than the middle linebacker, Andre Smith, out of North Carolina. Only real prospect that they have. Everything else, absolute trash. Moving on to the Philadelphia Eagles. Woo! Shout out to C4. I'm sure he'd be happy with this kind of draft. I mean, especially since this team isn't the team that's currently on the Eagles, so the running backs aren't as stacked as they are in real life. But they end up getting Deontay Burnett, the wide receiver out of USC, who I think is going to be an absolute beast. Quick dev. That's going to be fantastic for them. And then Kerryon Johnson out of Auburn. 82 overall. Quick dev. Fantastic. This guy's an absolute beast, and Eagles just got real hard, man. And then Carson Wentz isn't going to be injured in this season, like he was in the last season for us, so that's going to be crazy for them. They also end up getting Jordan Parker, the corner out of Oklahoma, the tight end Isaac Nota out of Georgia, Kevin Baker, I think that's a real guy. No, it's not a real guy. And then that's it. But everything up from that, like, that's insane. They are a very good team, and they just got a lot better. Moving on to Atlanta Falcons. Jake Hansen, the center out of Oregon, superstar dev. Then Hunter Renfrow, the most annoying wide receiver that ever play college football, out of Clemson, because he just destroys Bama for some reason, and it really makes me irritated. But I think as far as real prospects, I think that's it. And Cole Minshew. The guard out of Florida State. And I'm pretty sure that's it. Moving on to the San Francisco 49ers. They ended up getting the best outside linebacker in this draft. Porter Gustin, superstar dev, 82 overall. The guy's an absolute beast. Tanner Magnum, they're to try to move on to the QB position since they don't have Jimmy Garoppolo. But yeah, there you go. It's going to be crazy. Then again, Terrell Belton. No, that's not a real guy. That's it. Moving on to the New York Giants. They end up getting Greg Gaines, the big end out of Washington. That's going to be nice. And then they end up getting Jalen Hurts. Woo! Jalen Hurts, man. When he gets the starting spot, you got a running QB with Odell, Sterling Shepard, and all that, man. And then they have Darius Geist, too. That's going to be insane. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be kind of scary to go against, man. Hope I don't have to play them in a Super Bowl anytime soon. Moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars. They end up getting Chris Brown, the guard out of USC. Normal dev. They get Will Greer, who's going to back up Mason Rudolph. Don't know why they drafted another QB. TJ Edwards, middle linebacker out of Wisconsin. And then Cam Akers, the running back out of Florida State. Now moving on to the Jets. They named the best QB that was in this draft. An 84 overall quarterback. Did not change his stats. So annoying. With the superstar dev. DeAndre Francois out of Florida State. I think this guy's going to be an absolute beast. They also ended up getting Squally Canada out of BYU. CJ Hacken, that's not a real guy. But, yep. So, Squally Canada and DeAndre Francois. Moving on to the Detroit Lions. They ended up getting Tim Settle, the D tackle out of Virginia Tech, 79 overall, normal. Ryan Poley, the corner out of Arkansas, and then Ronald Jones, the running back out of USC, an absolute monster. It's gonna be nice to see how he does, especially the Lions have no run game, but now they finally got a running back. Everything else was generic. Green Bay Packers, Xavier Crawford, the corner out of Oregon State, 81 overall corner. Squally Quarterman, the middle linebacker, 76 overall quick dev from Bama. You know, that turnover chain. And Javant, no, that's a generic guy. And yeah. So that's how that goes. I think Karan Higdon, though, out of Michigan, they got him. So, yep, that's the Green Bay Packers. And then to wrap up the video, the Carolina Panthers, Brian Burns out of Florida State, 7-hour overall quick dev guy. And that looks like that's it. So that's it for your guys, man. Now the next video y'all will see, it's gonna be nice, man. Next time y'all see, it's just gonna be like this, man. We got Lamar Jackson backing up Tom Brady, but look at our team, man. I'm excited, so excited. Look at Troy Dye, man. He's about to kill for us. Ooh, it's about to be nice, man. I'm excited for this season. We're gonna be going. I want to do the preseason a little bit different this time because I want to power through it. But hey, thank you anybody's been watching this. I'm excited to play with Lamar whenever Tom Brady does retire, but I do not want Tom Brady to retire. So we're just gonna live with it as long as we can. But until then, I'm just gonna let y'all go. But hey, thank you everybody for watching this, and it's your boy Bat Max saying peace out.